So, this is River, and this is my counterpart that I was speaking about. This is Del.
Hello, I am Del.
Alright, and what we were actually going to bring up today was the idea of auras. And I don't really call it an idea. It's pretty easy to come across for all you people who are like, oh, this shit's impossible. Hey, fuck off.
It's actually very easy to see.
Yeah.
Most people see them, like, from birth.
How long did it take you? 3 weeks? 3 weeks development, actually trying to get to it. And then I had what was labeled as one of my biggest or most powerful initial experiences. You couldn't.
Yeah, and once you start seeing them a lot, they get to where they're kind of random, and you see them even when you don't want to. So you can learn to control it.
Oh, what's really interesting is a lot of people don't pick up on this, but it's really like a flow of energetic movement. So you start to notice walls. They look like they're breathing, ground, things of that nature, just any random object. And it all comes down to like the flow of waves and electromagnetic fields and things like that. And of course, no electromagnetic field is really identical due to atomic structure, so it's obvious that everyone has a different aural structure. You want to
and like planets, if you take it to astronomy, they have electromagnetic fields, and at the poles, at the North and South Pole, they have like the Borealis effect and stuff, where they have auroras. And I think that's sort of what auras are related to. I'm not entirely sure though.
No reason not to.
But I mean, it makes sense because they're sort of like a halo around your head, like the whole idea of Jesus having golden halo, around his head. We're gonna need to re-record this.
Oh, that's not my phone. Whose phone is that?
It's somewhere over there.
Alright, continue now. Talk about the colors, please.
Talk about what?
The colors.
Okay, well anyway. So like Jesus has a golden halo around his head in all of the literature and stuff with him. And it's because that's like his I totally lost train of thought. That's his aura, and it's around his head because that's where it's easiest to see it. Is around their head. It's actually around his whole body. Some people just don't see it that way. And more stronger personalities and such have more powerful auras. People who understand more things about stuff like auras have easier to see auras.
Yeah, it all comes from intuition and ability. Where do we continue?
Well, they all look differently. Talk about that.
Right. Well, it's all a collaboration of colors. You know, of course, when you mix colors, it's a little awkward. But here's the mistake that a lot of people make when it comes to mixing colors. I know you can't see my hands. The mistake that people make. And it's ironic because a lot of people assume that when colors mix that you just break them down like you do paints. But actually, color and light's very different. It doesn't work that way. And a lot of the colors related to it are cyan, magenta, and... oh, fuck. I can't remember the last color, but yeah, the way light waves work in color is not the same that it works with paints, which may seem strange to some people. Take a basic physics class in high school, you'll learn about that.
Well, like, I think what you're sort of trying to get at, why are we frozen?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I think part of what you're trying to get at is like, the colors don't really mix necessarily, they just sort of overlayer each other. Like you can see a yellow and a purple with somebody, it's not going to be whatever yellow and purple would mix together to be. You're gonna be able to see both yellow and purple separately, distinguished. It's not like the whole like blue and red thing is gonna make it seem purple. You're gonna actually see blue and red if they have both blue and red. Now some people have purple auras, and it's not because it's a mixture of the two colors. And then a common misconception people have is that your aura color stays the same all the time. Actually, they change quite often. And they change more for some people than other people. It's a sign of like progression through religion and such, where you understand things better.
Oh, and that leads us into the idea of progression. A lot of people will say that let's view progression as a straight line. Now, that's fine, but it turns out that the barriers around this straight line is more like a circle, and you move throughout this circle. Let's say red's on the left and blue's on the right. That was my left and my right, obviously. And you move toward blue, and then you turn around and you move downward toward whatever, I guess, yellow, we can say is south. And then you go back toward blue. And some people say, oh, well, you're just retracing your steps. But that's not true because progression is linear. And you're going to make really a spiral. You're going to make a spiral structure. Yeah, like if you want to reference the concepts of the band Tool, that's a lot of what they talk about. I'd love to just give a little promotion or shout out to the book Nothing in This Book is True, but it's exactly how things are. It's good. It's not perfect, but it's good, and a lot of people enjoy it.
Yeah.
The aliens.
Ramtha is also a good book. Ramtha, the White Book,
Right.
is what it's called.
And no, we're not promoting to sell or have you buy any of these things. We're just referencing them to give them credit for some of our thoughts.
And by the way, you can just like look them up on Amazon.com and read the first couple pages for free.
Oh yeah.
See if you got the whole gist of it.
Yeah.
And they're pretty cool. But I don't know. I was gonna say something else, but I don't know anymore.
Oh, let's see what we're gonna continue to. I guess we could talk about oral structure a little bit further in the color. Is that obviously the colors related to a specific type of energy during meditation and things of that nature. The energy colors that you see are directly correlated to the colors that you would see on a person, except obviously one's in meditation. So they're usually a little more pure. You usually see a lot more of them, and
they're more distinguished.
Oh, absolutely. So outside of that, we could sit and talk about this for a while, but I think it's a good time to cut the video so no one gets too bored with it. And we'll pass it on to our fourth video, which should be on the structure of the, I guess you could say, alternate existence, or I guess what I would like to say is the real reality. So, yeah, we'll probably bring up a little chart for you to see, a little photo, and we'll elaborate on it some, and I hope that you enjoy it. Thank you for your time.